Hello, everyone. We spent a lot of time making the video that's about to start, um, but we had issues with the microphones, so there will be some voiceovers here. Sorry about that, but we didn't want to restart the entire video just because of that. So enjoy.
Welcome to Vaucluse Spring, located in the heart of northern Shenandoah Valley. This hidden treasure not only sustains the life around it, but also tells a fascinating story of natural history that spans millions of years.
So, what is a spring? Well, at its core, a spring is simply a natural discharge point where groundwater, the water that travels through underground aquifers, rises to the surface. Groundwater comes from rain and snow that infiltrated the soil, slowly percolating down into underground reservoirs. These reservoirs, known as aquifers, store vast amounts of water. Springs occur when this water finds an opening in the ground and flows out naturally. According to a study by hydrogeologists Richard Orndorff and George Harlow in their work Hydrogeologic Framework of the Northern Shenandoah Valley Carbonate Aquifer System, springs like the Vaucluse Spring act as natural discharge points and play a critical role in feeding streams, rivers, and ecosystems. In other words, they're like natural faucets, gently releasing water that has traveled deep beneath the Earth's surface. Now, why is this particular spring named Vaucluse Spring? The name is borrowed from one of the most famous springs in the world, Fontaine de Vaucluse, located in the Provence region of southern France. Fontaine de Vaucluse is renowned for a massive flow releasing 700 million cubic meter of water annually, which is enough to fill over 280,000 Olympic swimming pools each year. While the Vaucluse Spring in Virginia may not release the same volume of water as its French counterpart, it's equally remarkable in its own right. It's just as ancient, and it too has shaped the landscape and environment around it over countless millennia. Let's dive deeper in the geological processes that make this spring so unique. The Vaucluse Spring is situated near a fault line where two ancient rocks formations meet, the Conococheek Formation and the Rockdale Run Formation, both of which make up part of the Beekman Town Group. These rock layers are over 500 million years old, dating back to the Cambrian and Ordovician periods, a time when much of the region was covered by shallow seas. Over the millennia, tectonic forces caused these two layers to be pushed and folded, creating fractures and cracks that allowed groundwater to seep through and rise to the surface. The combination of these forces made the Vaucluse Spring one of the major discharge points in the region. In 1999, Orndorff and colleagues mapped this area and discovered that the spring is located close to a section of the Vaucluse Spring Fault. This unique geological setting makes the Vaucluse Spring not just a source of water, but a record of Earth's dynamic processes. The flow rate of the Vaucluse Spring is 770 gallons per minute, as reported in a study by Orndorff and Harlow. That's a considerable amount of water. This steady flow contributes to the base flow of Meadowbrook, a local stream that winds through the landscape. Now, let's take a moment to think about how springs like the Vaucluse Spring fit into the larger water cycle. The water that emerges from the spring started as rain or snow, falling onto the surrounding landscape. It trickles down through soil and rock layers, slowly gathering in underground aquifers. When that water finds a crack in the earth, it rises up to the surface, often at a fault line like here at Vaucluse Spring, and continues its journey through rivers, streams, and lakes. So, when the time comes for you to visit the inn at Vaucluse Spring, you will not just be taking in the view, you will be experiencing a place where natural history, cultural heritage, and modern life come together. The spring is a reminder of the forces that shape our planet, and of the ancient ever flowing cycle of water that sustain life. Thank you for joining us today. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel to follow the renovation process and learn more about this beautiful property. See you on the other side. Let's go.
But also tells a natural story, a fascinating story of natural history that spans millions of years. But also tells a. But also, wait, I was doing like this, right? But also tells a. It also tells a fascinating story. But also tells a fascinating story of natural history that spans millions of years.